Alright, ladies and gentlemen, totally enjoyed the show, guys. Alright. Now, guys, there is that celebrity entitlement or celebrity, feeling like you should be given everything on a silver platter, all that, right? And that's fine. That comes with celebrityness. The more famous you get, the more you get of that, which is great. It's really nice to have people do things for you or feel you're so good looking or you're so talented that they want to give you money or whatever, or gold or jewels or good jobs or like celebrity jobs, maybe on work on TV or film or whatever. And it's really nice. Yes, it's great. It's really great. And it's really awesome, and it's really kind of something powerful that you can achieve those things and you're able to do those things. And you maybe it's no problem for you. It's no problem for me to do videos like crazy. I can do lots of videos. It's not a problem. I really enjoy it. I really have fun. So I'm going to be really famous, and I'm looking very forward to it. Looking forward to the fringe benefits of being famous. And so yes, I'm really happy with that. Now, being a person that is a good person for myself, I'm a good person. Now remember, guys, that when you are going about your business or you're doing all these things, you can't really talk to everyone. You're very busy. You got lots of things to do. I'm a very, very busy person. When I go out, I'm very focused on exercise, whatever I'm doing. I can't really sit and chit chat with people. But if a fan really wants to take a picture with me, or if a fan really thinks I'm great, or if anyone is talking to me, anyone, I might be doing my own thing or too busy. But if someone is talking to me, no matter who it is, I'm going to be friendly. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to go out of my way and talk to everyone in the world. I'm very popular. I have 20,000 followers on TikTok. I have 2,000 followers on YouTube. I'm very popular. I'm not going to just sit around and be like hi to everyone and be like friendly to everyone, when you have to tailor it towards the people you love, like your friends, family, your people that you date, etc., and really not focus on anybody else. And most people are busy anyway, so they don't really want to talk. They're busy, they don't have time. So that's fine, right? But you'll never, like, if I'm actually talking to someone, not when I'm walking by or not when I'm doing whatever, if I'm busy exercising, whatever, that's not when it counts. What counts is when I'm actually talking to someone, when I'm actually conversing with someone. Doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to be nice, right? Now the thing is, not everyone has chemistry to talk to each other, right? There are some people that are very nervous to talk to me or have a hard time with me, so they're not going to want to talk to me. They're going to be very scared and nervous. I'm a bodybuilder as Marco. I'm always the guy when I go out. I'm a bodybuilder as Marco. Not everyone likes bodybuilders, first off, because they're scared of them or intimidated. And not everyone thinks bodybuilders are good people, or they think they're shallow, or they think whatever. So they might, or maybe they just have asked out bodybuilders, they didn't get a good response, so they're nervous, or whatever the case may be. Maybe they feel that bodybuilders make fun of them too much or whatever, so they get nervous and they think that you're rude or whatever, so they don't like bodybuilders, or maybe in their life they just never had a bodybuilder that they were close to. I'm very good with bodybuilders because I've had bodybuilders as friends lots of times and still do, and I have people that are my family. My dad was a bodybuilder type. So I'm very used to that kind of person, right? So for me, it's not a big deal, but somebody else might be very nervous to talk to me or have a hard time with me, so they won't talk to me. And it's not that I'm not nice, it's not that I'm not whatever, but when I'm busy going around doing things and I have no time, and somebody that maybe is too nervous, and they might want to say something and I'm very nice, I would say something, but they're too nervous, I can't, right? And they're like so nervous that I can't, right? Or whatever. Like if people don't say it to your face, or they don't say something nice to you directly, or don't approach you the right way, then you might not think it's genuine, or maybe you don't want to talk to them, right? Now, the thing is, of course, I have a lot of fans. My fans are great to me. And of course, if a fan approaches me the right way, or a fan is really friendly, or a fan approaches me when I'm not busy, and when I'm busy, I can still be approached. Just depends on who it is or how they approach. But when somebody approaches me, maybe I'm not, willing to. Well, I'm going to be willing, but if a fan approaches me to take a picture, I almost always do. It's just I have to be approached the right way, or they can't be too nervous, otherwise it won't work. But anyway, I'm very intimidating to a lot of people because I'm gorgeous as a guy and a girl, and people have a hard time with me. And it's understandable. Some people really had a hard time with bodybuilder types, but it's just tough, right? But yes, and so when I'm very busy exercising, running around like crazy, when I exercise, I'm very focused. I have no focus. I focus on nobody. I'm very focused. I gotta get through. I gotta really work hard. I gotta walk fast. I gotta make sure I'm getting a lot of exercise. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be thin and beautiful for my videos, which you wouldn't like, dog. So if I'm focusing on the exercise, there are times I will talk to someone. There are times I'll say hello. There are times that I'll even have a conversation or ask somebody out on a date, or they ask me. I prefer to be asked out, but that could happen. But when you're really, really busy, and people know this, and they're the same way. Some people are famous as well, and they might not want to talk, or they might have a partner they don't want to be disturbed, or whatever, So it's not like it's one-sided. And if there's no chemistry there, even if the person's the most gorgeous person ever, I'm really attracted to them, and they're totally into guys, or they're into girls, they're into guys, whether it's a guy or a girl, and they're really into guys, but we just don't have any chemistry even to have a conversation, then it won't happen, right? The majority of the population is not a famous person, is not a TikToker or a YouTuber, is just working a regular job, which we love that because we need people that work regular jobs, obviously. We love people that work very good, hard at their jobs. And there's many skills that can be paid very highly. And some people that do regular jobs get paid more than actors and TV stars, right? But, if you know someone that's really doing a regular job, maybe they never knew someone on TV and they're really nervous. So you have to be really friendly. But if you're really busy and maybe they're too shy, some people really have a hard time. And I'm understanding, I know that's a hard thing for people to deal with. So they're not going to handle it well, right? But of course I'm not going to be rude to them. I'm just going to ignore them because I know I'm busy, got to get my exercise in, and they might be too nervous, whatever. Now, there's a lot of people that have regular jobs that also have a side hustle, so they might not be nervous. You could be somebody that's, makes no money whatsoever and not be nervous, right? It just depends on who you are and what you like, right? And maybe or how you approach people, Some people can be dirt poor and can approach me easily, and some people can be, a celebrity and approach me and it won't work, or vice versa, right? So, it just depends on the person. It depends on what I'm doing at the time, whether I'm accepting people to come up to me or not at that time, if I'm approachable. I try to be approachable, but sometimes you have to really cut it off and just focus on what you're doing, because you can go crazy thinking about all these things, about, oh, is this person wanting to approach me, this, that. And some people are really not good people, so you can't really focus on them, right? And some people really want to be left alone. Some people really have a hard time with celebrities, or some people just are so jealous, or they think that I have it easy, or whatever they think, right? So they're going to think whatever, right? So it's not like you can really predict what people think. And beauty's in the eye of the beholder too. I may like someone a lot, or they may like me a lot, and think, hey, we can be a partner situation, we can date. But I might not think that way, they might not think that way, right? And being a celebrity type, I am very attractive. So people instantly want to get to know me, instantly like me. If they like good-looking guys, I'm always a guy in my first life. So they're going to want to approach me, and when that many people approach you, you have to sort of shut it off so that you can approach people, or that you can be approachable to someone that you want to date or you want to talk to. And like all this is just, I'm saying all this, but really, when you are meeting people and you are talking to people, you really have to be focused on, whether you are in the mood for it first off, like myself, or whether you are, whether it's a person that's giving you good feedback or whatever, It's like, but I'm so popular that people will come up to me and will say whatever, and I mean, you have to really be on your toes. So I have to really be focused. Power walking, you've got to power walk. You got to be really focused on your walk or your exercise or your run or your weightlifting, and just do it, really hardcore. And then somebody will come along that approaches you. Eventually somebody will approach you that you can talk to, obviously. Or they can approach you online. They don't have to approach you in person. But in general, when you're very busy and you're successful like I am, and maybe like some of you guys, a lot of you guys, then you want people to approach you when you're comfortable. You want people to not be distracted by you, But in general, most people are very good. Most people have their own lives. They're not really focused on you. They really have nothing better to do than, no, they have a lot better to do than harass someone, right? They would really rather be with their friends or whatever. And if you don't bug them, they're totally supportive of that, right? So it's really kind of nice to be somebody that people want to approach and all that. But really, in general, I think if you are busy like I am, you really have to, and they say, celebrities draw crowds, obviously. Like imagine Taylor Swift was in a building, right? Well, people do, right? They wouldn't act the same way they would if she wasn't, right? And I get the same reaction, right? So I can't react to all of it, right? It's it's better to be proactive than reactive. So as long as you're trying to, make your goals count and do whatever, you have to really be focused on, sorry guys, I'm really rambling, but you know what I mean, guys, right? Like you're busy, you can't focus on every single person that you meet, everybody. You have to cut it off and power walk and do whatever until you see someone that is approaching you, that you want to talk to. And it has nothing to do with anything really, it's just whether they approach you the right way. And in general, most people follow me, so I'm really grateful. So most people are following me, right? So it's not like I have to worry about asking them to follow me, they already do, right? And this is the usual scenario. It's usually someone that follows me, that's married to someone or taken, so they follow me, they might talk to me to follow me, but they don't want to have any conversation with me because their partner will get jealous. So then I have to leave them be, they have to leave me be, right? Like, it's common sense. Obviously there's a lot of single people out there too, and you can't really tell who's single or not, but in general that's probably most often what happens. So you have to leave them be. I always leave them be. They leave me be, darling. And so, you have to really focus on, okay, well, if they have a life and you have a life, then there's no sense in interfering with each other's lives, because you have to really focus on your goals, they're focusing on theirs. And you have to remember, like, I have a hard time thinking about things in general in terms of like, how successful are people? What are people doing, And the majority of the population isn't super successful, but enough people have a lot to do and things to do. Like, even if you work a 40-hour-a-week job at Tim Hortons, you're busy, right? And it might not pay the greatest pay, but you're busy. You're working hard. You've got things to do. You're probably going on dates. You're probably, if you're old enough, well, most of the workers probably are, but you're probably going on dates. You're probably hanging out with friends. You're probably going to school. If you're going to school, maybe not. You're probably going to school though. In general, you're busy, right? So you have no time to be like, a lot of people are very focused on looking for dates or looking for friends that they feel comfortable with. So if there's even the slightest bit chance that you're not the right one, they're going to move on, and you will too. And same with you. You're picky too, right? You want someone that's going to be someone that has the character you want, that has the ambitions you want, that has the same kind of goals that you have, you know. I mean, there are people that I could date, and I'm only looking for dates, I'm not looking for friends. So I'm very picky with who I date. So I basically have to go through life and just rush through everything till I meet someone that I want to date. Or I found that's really nice that approach me the right way. But in general, when you are, you know, when you are looking for someone, you want them to be compatible with you in a lot of ways. It's not just, oh, we're both pretty, or you like me, so I'm going to say yes. You know, obviously you need someone that you are going to feel compatible with. You need to have the same kind of career goals. You need to really be focused on their career being as successful as yours. You need to really focus on whether they look the part. I mean, you're not going to date everyone. You're picky. You want a good-looking person that you think is good-looking or intelligent or whatever. And you want also, even if you like, I like really good looks, but if you like really good looks, you want intelligence too. You want a good personality match. You want someone that's not going to judge you, or even if it's vice versa. Like, I'm very attractive, so people will judge me because I'm very attractive and they're insecure around me. So that's not something that I want to be around, someone that's going to judge me because they're insecure around me, right? And that kind of thing, right? So it's really important to you know, connect with people and actually connect with someone. Maybe there's someone that's single, that's gorgeous, that has a personality you like, that has like everything you like, but there's no chemistry, right? Then you gotta move on, darling, and so will they, darling. Alright, bye now.